So the bar exam is over and you do not feel good about it. Does that mean that you failed? No, it does not by any means mean that you failed the bar exam. There are many reasons you may not feel good about the bar exam. Maybe you ran out of time on an essay, or a performance test, or on the MBE. That is very common. Maybe you had to guess on several MBE questions. You got it down to 2, but you weren't sure about several of them. That is very common. Perhaps you didn't know the answers on essay questions, or you did not prepare well enough for the MPT and you ran out of time, or completely bombed an essay or MPT. That is extremely common. Maybe you heard your classmates talking and they wrote down answers that differed from yours. I'm going to tell you a few things to keep in mind if you find yourself really anxious. And by the way, if you find this information helpful, please like, subscribe, and keep watching for more great tips and resources. First, feelings rarely correlate with results. Some students are super confident they passed, others are sure they failed. Feelings are very subjective and really not indicative of score. I cannot tell you how many people are sure they failed and ended up passing with flying colors. One of our private tutoring students wrote an email to us after the bar exam saying he failed, and he saved it as a draft to send to us when he got results because he was sure he failed, only to find out he passed with a high score. Second, you only need a D to pass the bar exam in most jurisdictions. I'm not saying that it's easy to pass the bar exam, but you do not need to score high. In most jurisdictions, you need about a 266 out of 400, which is 66.5%, and that is scaled, meaning you can score lower than that and still pass. On most exams you take throughout your life, not counting the bar exam, you do not aim for a D. So you are probably imagining you need a higher score than you actually do to pass the bar exam. Third, let's say that you completely missed an MEE. You didn't write one thing. You get a score of 0. That does not mean you failed. Even if you got a 0, that only counts for 5% of your overall score. Good thing you can miss about 30 or 35% and still pass in most states. Remember, you only need about a 66.5% to pass in most jurisdictions. Or let's say you run out of time on an MPT, or you simply know you did not answer it correctly. Even if you only got half of the points allotted, that is still only 5% of your score in a UBE state. Each MPT is worth 10% of your score. Or maybe you messed up on a lot of multiple choice questions. That's okay. You need to get to that 65, 66, 67%. You can mess up a lot and still pass. Fourth, your mistakes are magnified in your mind. The truth is that it's human nature to remember what you didn't know a lot more than what you did know. I've had people walk out of the exam saying there were no homicide questions on the MBE. Yes, there definitely were 4 to 5 by the examiner's own rules. The students just studied it so well they knew the answers and then promptly forgot about the questions. They remember what they didn't know. Lastly, you feel anxious when you cannot immediately see your score. Normally, you can see how you did right after you take a practice exam. Now you cannot. This increases anxiety and the feeling that you did not do well. I had a student who was a repeat taker and scored low on her first exam, bottom percentile. She was just for private tutoring and really was in a decent position to pass the next exam. However, unfortunately, she was used to studying at night, so she was awake all night before the first day of the exam. Then all of her friends wrote different answers than her on several of the essays. She was so stressed out that she could not sleep before the multiple choice portion of the exam. Then on MBE day, she could not think because she was so tired, and she was sure she failed. She called me on her way home sobbing because she was so upset, and she was anxious for months. When results came, she ended up passing with the exact score she needed. So don't let your feelings of anxiety ruin your next couple of months while you wait for results. You really do not know your results until you get your scores. And regardless of whether you pass or fail, you did it. You finished law school, you took the bar exam. That in and of itself is a huge accomplishment. You have already come so far. So relax. We'll link to some other articles to read on what to do when you're waiting for bar exam results, and we'll be posting more videos. So please like this video and subscribe. We really, really appreciate your support.